Hello, it's Suzanne from moonsongdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me. Today's project is a box which I made specifically for one of the candles that I make and sell. And this candle is a bit tricky to get boxes for. And so that plus the fact that if I'm gifting something, whether it's a candle, whether it's fudge, whether it's soap, whether it's whatever, if it's something I've made, I do like to be able to put it into some bespoke gift packaging. So I've used two colours of card for this. I've used Early Espresso and I've used Real Red, and I'm using the Candy Cane Lane because this candle has spices in it. It's orange, it's a Christmas candle, it's got orange and it's got spices. So I thought that the gingerbread house would work really well with that. So I've got that on the tag and on the box. The tag is Real Red. I've tied the tag onto the box using this lovely, I don't know whether you can see it very well when it's on the box, but it's absolutely, no, see, I've made a mess of it now, but it's beautiful shimmery, is it bronze or is it copper? Somebody will tell me. The thread that we do, but it's incredibly fine. As you can see, it's really, really fine. But if you roll it round quite a few times, then you'll get the effect of it. So it's a box with a lid that comes off. There's the candle, and you've got finger holes in the box as well. And I know I haven't got my circle punch out, so when we get to that, I'll have to ferret around in the drawer. So I'll show you how to make it. You need a couple of pieces of card, and I've got everything together, so I'm just going to use my little peg just to keep those together. And again, I'm using the Real Red and the base and the Early Espresso. So they're almost the same size, but what I've done for the base, you need a piece of card that's 16 by 16 centimetres. And then for the Real Red top, I've just added an extra millimetre onto those dimensions. So I'll show you that in a second. So it's a 16 by 16 piece of card. I've got some fluff down there. And you score this at 4.5 all the way around. So you need to score this at 4.5 centimetres all the way around. That's the second side. Great. And what we'll do is make up the box, the base. Just get that out of the way for a moment. And I'm just going to cut and notch out that. Let's do that all the way round. Cut. Notch. You probably can't see, it's not a very bright day today, and I'd be surprised if you could see the score marks. Yep. And then we'll fold and burnish. Like that. And then the tabs. And we'll use fuse on the box because it gives you a really fast we'll try and use fuse on the box because it gives you a nice sort of fast let's put it that way, and clean adhesion. And lastly this one, and then just make up the box, making sure that the edges are all lined up. And the fact that these will overlap is fine because it will give you a little bit of extra strength to the box, to the sides. There you go. And there's the base of your box, ready for your candle. So for the lid, this piece of card, let me bring the trimmer back. This piece of card, again based on the same dimensions as the lid, but it's 16 plus 1mm. But again, we're going to score this at 4.5. I think demonstrators have different ways of making lids, and it's finding a method that suits you. Put that there and hope the cat doesn't have another funny moment and knock it off. It's just finding something that suits you and sticking with it, I think. So again, I'm going to notch these out. Now when we come to put the finger holes in, we just need to be aware of where the notches are, because I mean it's a completely square lid, but if you put the finger holes in the wrong place, then the notches will actually they'll cover them, and we don't want that. It's not really neat, is it? Hold on a moment. Let me just. Better. Last one. There you go. So I'm going to fold and burnish these. There you go. So when the box is put together, you're going to have the tabs will be in like that. So when we come to do it, we need to put the finger holes here, but before we do that, we want to add our designer series paper. So we have a piece for the top, we're going to be using the gingerbread, and the piece for the top is 7 centimetres square. So pop that on, but again, I suppose this isn't strictly necessary, but when you put the finger holes in, this and this are going to be the front of your lid. So if you want to do it like that, have the if it doesn't bother you, that's fine. But I'm going to put this so that the gingerbread man is facing the right way. There we go. Could have cut that. I think I could have cut that a smidgen smaller, but it'll be fine. And then we've got 4 pieces which are 7 by 4.5 centimetres. We have got 4 pieces. And again, I'm going to pop these onto the box. Whoops. One. I should have cut them slightly smaller like I did with the first box, I think. I like the fact that you've got a bit of red showing around the edges. Yeah, that doesn't look right, does it? It'll be alright when it's, I think it'll be okay when it's put together, but it's not done as well as the first one, let's put it that way. It looks a bit odd like that, but I think when the box is put together, it will be fine, I hope. So let me just get my circle punch, and I can't remember which one I used. I think I used the inch. Let's see which looks better. I think it was the inch. I'm sure it was the inch. So. Yeah, it was the inch. So just pop one in that side and that side, and now we can put the box together. So fold the tabs in, just do exactly the same as you did with the lid, with the base rather. having a really good day today. Reef. And my fuse is not behaving either. So again, just make sure the tabs are on the insides before you, oh, here's the cat, that's a shame, before the, whoops. On the insides before you start. And there you have, and it does fit, but I had this problem last time, hold on a moment, while I beat the box into submission. Hang on a second, I think first of all I'm going to rub this down. And I promise you it fits. It really does fit. Do you know there's got to be an easier way of making a living than playing with, there you go. Bit of jiggery pokery, and it fits nicely. And do you know, I like that. I like that. I like the dark. This would be, I think, whereas this one would be quite nice, I suppose, to give to anybody, but it's sort of lighter, so maybe for a woman. This one, I think, would be quite nice to give to a man because it's quite dark. So put that to one side for a second. We have some designer series paper, which I'm going to pop into the curly tag topper punch, and this are 2 inches wide. Now when you cut your box, you'll find that you're left with a strip that just happens to be 2 inches, so very fortuitous. And then you need to decide how long you're going to make your tag. I can't see the one that I took off the box, there you go. I think maybe slightly longer than this one would be better, so I think, bringing back my cutter, I think perhaps, don't forget you can always trim it again. Then again, this fitted quite nicely on the box, didn't it? So that's, if we did it 7, here she comes, hello trouble. Thank you. You're not helping. No, I love you, but you're not helping. You're really, really not helping. But you don't do help, do you? And I'm going to round it with no. Hey, do you want the chair? If I give you the chair, come here. Hold on. There you go. I'll stand, never mind. With my envelope punch board, just rounding the corners of that. Ooh, hang on. Oh, that's interesting. There's just some straggly bits, I think. So we'll just trim the straggly bits with the scissors there, like that. There you go. So that will go quite nicely onto there. But for this I'm going to use a bit of Tombow, just so that you can get it in everywhere that you need to. It's strong enough paper to cope. I'll just make sure it's in the corners, around the edges. Just sort of a light, just keep it a really light, I was going to say dusting. See, I've got snowflakes on the brain. And then just match it up with the top, like that. Make sure it's matched up. You can always trim if you do miss it slightly. Like there, you can trim it a little bit. Now for this glorious stuff. So we've got our box. We're going to unravel some of this. And we're going to pop it first of all through the, see how fine it is? Very, very fine. It's like angel hair. So I'm going to try and pop it through. I can't even see the thread. There you go, pop it through there. Whoops. Like that. And then I'm just going to put, I think if I put the scissors through there like that, I shouldn't lose it. Where's the other end? Okay, this is slightly tricky because, as I say, it is really difficult to see it. So I'm just going to, dearie me, I think I've got glue on my fingers. So if I just wrap it round the box like that, and then with this end I'm going to wrap it round the box like this, whoops, like this, and it's, once you've got enough you can push it together, you can pull it out a little bit. I think that's going to be enough. And then, which end's which? Oops. Trim it. And then we can probably, can that one go round again? Yes, there we go. So we can tie a knot. And then we can do any adjustments that need doing. There we go. Tied a knot. Oh, tied a knot, and then I've, what did I do? Well, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't tie a knot. I must have missed. So we'll tie a knot. You know when things fight back, like that, and then look. I think this is where you need really good light. There you go. That's a knot. Just trim off the excess. You need good light and good eyesight for this, I think. And then just, you can see it there on the back. Just fiddle around, adjust it a bit nearer the top, I think. And there you have your gift box. And there's the other one with the angel hair, all of a mess, and the tag. And that's that. It's quite a simple box to make, and I think square boxes often are. So I hope you enjoyed the project, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.